Hello, this is just going to be a short video which is going to be going over the animation processes which are needed within any usual animation project which you're probably working on. I'm going to be using my own as an example, which is going to be the HP animation. Not the finished title obviously, but anyway. I'm just going to be talking about lip syncing in this video specifically. So yeah, let's do this. Right, with anything which you're going to be using for any kind of lip syncing, you need some kind of audio to work from. I have this up here. Usually you need to create a separate layer, it usually makes it a lot easier. And then you import the audio which you want into the actual library itself. Usually you can just drop and drag it. And then you choose your layer, you create a keyframe, and then you drop and drag onto the canvas itself. And when you've done that, it will appear with this at the top. Right, with anything with lip syncing, it's kind of slightly tedious because obviously you need to work around every single word. You need to put a single mouth movement to each word which is made or spoken. As you can see here. Sounds like something like parcel tongue or something. But anyway, using the audio up here, which obviously, if you want a preview of the audio itself, you need to go into the settings of it by clicking on the layer and then going into sync and then changing it to stream. It means they can give you a continuous stream, give you a preview of the actual animation itself instead of if you played it from the start. If you didn't change it to stream, there's a possibility of it just carrying on and you can't stop it. But with this, you can stop it whenever you want. And also you can use it for the actual lip sync itself as a preview of what you kind of need to look at and the timing and everything. Anyway, now talking about the actual movements of the mouth itself, I usually create a whole list of different mouth movements which I can just drop and drag after creating, so that it makes my job a lot easier. So if you're going to be doing anything like this, it would be good if you did create a sort of library of different mouth movements, because it'll make your life so much easier. And according to each mouth movement, it's based towards obviously how a person speaks. So if a person's making an O sound, you change it to that, and yeah, get it. Obviously you don't want to be too overzealous on it by putting too much emphasis on the actual mouth movements itself. You can overdo it, which makes it look like the person's just having an epileptic fit with their mouth, which is not what you want. You need to make it simplistic but make it flow. So you need to think about all the different movements. So you're kind of internally thinking, what would I be saying, how would I be saying it, and then you apply that to the actual thing itself, which I've done. I would show you a proper preview, but within this, usually when you're working on something like this, the canvas gets a little bit lagged if you have too much stuff on the actual canvas itself. So you can just rectify that by just closing a load of things, like so. Oh no, you don't want the body gone. Get rid of the smoke, get rid of the background, and that should be enough. So, animation. Nope, still a little bit laggy. So let's get rid of everything except from that. Go to this crass animation. It's, as you can see, it's not perfect, but it's an outline of how it's going to be like. And I had to, as you can see, do every single mouth movement. I'll give you an example of this by actually giving you a preview of how it's done. So I don't really want to edit that because I've already pretty much completed that area. So I guess I'll go towards this one over here. No, why is that's creepy? That's because of that one. As you can see here, there's a whole cluster of different movements. This is the thing which I was talking about before. You can make it look very unnatural if you're trying to make it overdo it with the actual mouth movements itself. So, say for example, figure was spotted flying over. So start from here, an F, which you can see there. You don't really need both of those, so you remove that. You don't want too much movement, so probably remove that insert frame there. So for that
figure was spotted fly.
So
figure
was, so you need to remove that one, and then don't really need that one. So
figure was spotted flying.
That needs a bit more work, but you can see what I mean by just removing a lot of the frames which won't need it. Makes it less clustered.
Figure was
instead of something like this.
Another car-shaped figure.
You don't really want something like that. But yeah, that's just a really short introduction and example of lip syncing within an animation. So yeah, I'll probably update with another video, well, a series of different videos specifically for different areas. Yeah.